Hey guys, welcome back to Lonnie's Garage. Today we're going to start part 3 of this K10 LS swap. What we want to get done in today's video is we're going to get the cab moved out of the way. We're going to shift focus for a little while off of that. We're going to get the frame pulled in here. They have welded some motor mounts instead of bolting them. I don't know why, but they welded them on with a couple of little welds. We'll get those cut out. We'll kind of put a little paint on that because I don't want it to flash rust or anything like that. We're going to put some brand new motor mounts on it. We're going to get the 6.0, drop it down in there. And of course, we're going to be using some LS mount adapters for the 6.0 for, it's the K10s, you know, and the C10s. The great guy over there at TJ Steelworks, he's supplied me with those. You can go over to Facebook, you can find him. You can find his company there. This is the second set I've used on 2 different trucks. We're also going to cut the shaft. I know this is probably this is gonna make a lot of y'all a little upset, but I'm working with what I got here. I'm using the 2-wheel drive 4L80 transmission. Well, I need it to be 4-wheel drive. So what we're going to do is we're going to shorten down the output shaft on that transmission so we can put our adapter plate on it, and then we're going to bolt up an NP208 transfer case. So we're going to get all this stuff in here. Hopefully we get all this stuff done in today's video. So let me get out of these clothes and we're going to jump right on it. As always, God bless you all. Now let's get busy. Alright guys, as you can see from the video, we got the frame inside the shop. Had to use a little old garden tractor. What we got to work on first is right here. As you can see, someone took the lazy approach and they just welded in these motor mounts. Looks like all they done was welded in the top. The bottom isn't even welded and neither is the sides. So we'll get the grinder out, we'll get that off of there. I've got new motor mounts for it. After we get that all on there, we'll take the 6.0, get it set down on there. I want to get everything mocked up, so let's get that done and continue with this. got the old ones cut out, put a little bit of paint on there to keep anything from rusting. These are new motor mounts. So now what we're about to do is we've taken off the stock motor mount brackets, and we're fixing to put some on for the LS swap. What we have here is, these are the mounts I'm using. If you notice, I've still got the AC in the stock location. That's because with these mounts, you're able to keep the AC in the stock location without having to cut your frame or anything. If you're wondering where to get those, right there. Look that guy up on Facebook. TJ Still Works. I use the same set in my son's C10 build. I'll give you a little tip on installing these. When you're putting them on, you're going to take your front corner, put that bolt in first. This will be your front towards the front of the motor on both sides. Don't snug them down, but when you get ready to tighten them, make sure you've got them all started. If they do not go all the way in, don't tighten them down all the way. They're 10mm bolts. You may have to buy some just a little bit shorter, but so far I've not had that problem with mine. We're fixing to get these put on, and as you can see, he's got them labeled. You've got driver side, let me see there, and you got passenger side. So we'll get these put on here, and then we're going to put the motor up, and we're going to put them into the frame here. So let's get you set up here, and we'll get these on here. All right, just remember, you put your top corner bolt in first. And you're going to torque these down when you get them all in. You'll torque these down to 30 to 35 foot. Telling you guys, these are some really good mounts. I've not had any problem with them. The guy that builds these has done a really great job on these. Alright, now we're going to torque these down to 30 to 35 foot-pounds of torque, and then these will be ready. We'll repeat the same step over on the driver's side. Alright, now we got driver's side. Remember, start your front corner bolt first. I will repaint all this, clean it all up later. I'm going to clean the motor up. I just want to get everything mocked up before I do all this. There you go, guys. I'll get these put in here, or I'm sorry, I'll get these torqued down, and then we'll bring you back when we get ready to put the motor in. mounts are. Don't expect these things just to fall right in. They're made to fit nice and snug. Just a little advice, don't tighten down your motor mounts, leave them pretty loose. And it's really going to help you if you've got a device that's going to be able to let you tilt this motor forwards and backwards. But I don't have all that fancy equipment, so just going to show you can be done without that. I've got the back propped up right now because we don't have the transmission or the cross member on it, but we're working on that now. I'm going to show you what I'm fixing to do here. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you'll know, but here we go. We have a two-wheel drive 4L80 transmission that we're going to be using. I know a lot of you are going to start crying because I'm using the two-wheel drive and I'm fixing to cut this tail shaft down to allow me to be able to bolt up a 208 transfer case. This is a passenger drop 208 32 spline input. This is a 32 spline full spline shaft. It originally had this tail housing on it, just like that. Two-wheel drive. All you have to do, pull your shaft off of there. You buy an adapter plate. I got this off of Amazon. All the parts that I'm using on this truck will be in the video description as I get them. I'll try to keep the prices and everything. But what you're going to do, you're going to bolt this up. You're going to measure. What I did was measured. I took my ruler right here, and you stick this flat up against this, completely flat. Then you stick a ruler up against that housing, and that's going to give you your measurement. There we go. Okay, that's how much it's going to slide up inside of this adapter. So you have to stick it inside of here, as you can see, up inside of there. And then you're going to come out with that same measurement and you're going to cut that. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it shy, probably about a 1/16 or an 1/8 of an inch. That way there's a little bit of in play. It gives it a little bit of wiggle room. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a flat disc cut off wheel, whatever you want to call it, 4.5 inch angle grinder, and I'm going to cut this down. And then I'm going to take a flap, a little sander on my 4.5 inch angle, and I'm going to bevel it just like this end right here is. That way it'll help it go up inside of that. So let me get you on a tripod here and we're fixing to get to cutting. Say your prayers. Now what I've done, guys, is I went ahead and I cut this a little bit longer, just so I can make sure it's going to work the way I planned it. Anyhow, now we're going to put a little bevel on this. Alright guys, I'll be honest, this is the first one I've ever done, so we're learning as we go too. So, we slid the transfer case on here, and it's going to hit this metal ring right here. Okay, that's just a solid metal ring. This has no fluid going into it when this is a full drive. So all I'm going to do is just grind this ring down a little bit so that transfer case can go ahead and slide the rest of the way up. What it'll do, it'll help if you get somebody to spin that transmission like he's doing right now while you're grinding this right here down. Okay, as you can see, all we do is cleaned up that shaft on the inside there, cut it off right here, and now we're going to set you on a tripod. We're going to show you how we marry these together. Let me get you on a tripod. Oh, did I forget got to say, don't forget to check them out. Get your LS swap C10 and K10 motor mounts for your LS. There you go. Now you can see that's a 208 transfer case with a 2-wheel drive transmission 4L80. There you have it. You got a 6.0 LS with a 2-wheel drive 4L80 with the spacer from Amazon. Look in the video description, you'll see the part number, the link and everything, with a NP208 transfer case. And if you want to know, that's the stock front drive shaft. Stock location on your cross member. Which means those motor mount adapters that I'm using from Steelworks, TJ Steelworks, they're working. The only thing I've got an issue with is I may have to notch my frame right here to run this air conditioner, but I'm not going to run that. I'm going to run a vintage air system. Also underneath of here, that stock cross member, if you'll see back there, you see how close that is? I think this corner over here is actually rubbing, so I'm going to have to notch that just a tad. But guys, that's proof that you can take a 2-wheel drive 4L80 and bolt it up to an MP208. Thank you guys. Say thank you to my cousin. He helped me get this in here. So, as always guys, don't be scared to do something like this, because I'll be honest, this is my first time doing something like this, and it worked. I'll show you, this is what I ended up cutting off of the shaft. Right there. I cut that off. Also on the inside of the housing, we had to trim that around. I'll upload a picture right now. You'll see it. You can see where it's been trimmed around. That allowed that to go ahead and slide the rest of the way up. Until then, until next time guys, God bless you all. Have a good one.